Hello, Peter.
Hello, everyone. This is VFX and more, and today we're going to talk about the visual effects in the movie Spider-Man: No Way Home. First, we will talk about the set extension. During this shot, they only had just this door, and they had to extend all of this area on the left and right of that by using graphics. The next moment when Peter calls Flash consists of 2 shots that were taken on different days. So the conversation with Flash was recorded on a blank blue background. At the moment when Peter lands on the pipe, they even added some detail, and if necessary, they make some objects cleaner or dirtier to make them look more realistic. Now you can see a process called rotomation, which is your frame by frame matching what Tom's doing, what his action and performance is, and then you're creating the Spider-Man version of that, which is where he's wearing this iron spider suit. The scene where Peter running consists of different templates that you can see on the screen now. Some of them were never included in the film, but the directors wanted to make our viewing as realistic as possible. Look closely at the iPad screen. Even here, graphics were used, and a video of a helicopter was shown on the iPad screen. Now we come to the moment with the reveal of Doc Ock. Interesting fact, now you will see several versions of Doc's appearance, but I think if you count up all the versions of it, I think this one shot had over 1,000 different versions. And finally we see Dr. Octopus, but compare the photo and the video, the difference between them is 20 years and Doc looks the same, right? All because of the process called de-aging, which is done so that when watching, we do not see the aging process of the heroes. Let's take a look at Doc Ock arms. This is a perfect example of the rigging and animation departments. What the rigging department essentially does is responsible for creating the controls for the animators to use. They're able to take the controls that the rigging department has given them, the joints. How detailed of a control do you want? Where those controls are, how easy they are to use, how intuitive they are, and that feeds into the animation department. Who's responsible for creating the animation? They used here the platform instead of the wire, and in that kind of case, they often had to replace his body, or at least minimally his legs, so that in general, all actions look more realistic. The suit we see on Spider-Man doesn't actually even exist, but was completely drawn by visual effects specialists. Despite the fact that Tom Holland spends most of his screen time in a mask, behind which it is difficult to see the actor's emotions, with the help of special cameras, the actor's facial expressions were recorded and combined with his computer character. And in order for the actor's voice to sound believable from under the mask, he had to say his lines through a scarf. In moments of battles, Tom wore what is known as a fractal suit. The patterns on the suit gave animators the easiest way to map the digital body onto the actor's body. If his chest turns or moves, or his arms are moving, you can see those patterns moving easier than if he was just in a plain suit. So Iron Spider's suit was created with computer graphics. For the tentacles, Doc Ock's jacket had holes in the back of it. These red tracking marks allowed VFX to accurately place the arms, despite the constant moving camera and action. For the environment work on Spider-Man: No Way Home, the team at Sony Pictures Imageworks was given the challenge of creating a photoreal representation of iconic Liberty Island. This environment would be the setting of the third act and final showdown between our heroes and villains. Additional matte painting and 2D elements were layered in throughout the sequence to ensure the systematic progression of destruction felt realistic. Our heroes and villains both required extensive CG costume replacement or augmentation. Throughout the final sequence, the most time-consuming and intricate work being the complete suit replacement of Tom Holland's Spider-Man costume. Every hand, foot, and body contact of Spider-Man was painstakingly adjusted to match Tom's practical performance. Soundstage plates of Tom Holland interacting with his friends were composited over a CG-destroyed Liberty Island environment map. Painting set extensions were then added with post-destruction CG atmo and smoke. Tom's body was then removed and replaced with the new digital hybrid Spider-Man suit, which needed to interact with other characters and the digital environment. The final step was retaining all the original camera elements such as flares and interactive lighting, which were present in the plate photography.